Hey y'all, Christy here. It is Saturday, 10/29/2022. It's about 11:37 p.m. I wanted to make sure I do my accountability check-in for today. Was a great day. I accomplished all 5 of my critical tasks as well as my 5 affirmations to 5 different people. And I watched the Astros play. Yay for the win. And I actually had a very busy day. I had 2 different Halloween parties to go to, and I still managed to get all my water in and my exercises in, and no alcohol. And there's plenty of temptation, and I wasn't even tempted to drink at all. And everyone was having a great time, and I was having a great time as well, but I wasn't tempted to socially drink with anyone, which was great. And everyone was great as well. No one pressured or even, made a big deal about it. So kudos to that. That makes it a lot easier when you have a group around you that is supportive of what you're doing. I wanted to talk a little bit about knowledge because that is what I'm doing as I'm proceeding down this path to personal excellence. I am gaining knowledge from various sources of books, trainings, articles, blogs, and it's pretty interesting. And the book that I am reading, or one of the books I'm reading multiple, but the one about from Napoleon Hill, to Think and Grow Rich, it actually has a chapter in here about knowledge. And I want to go ahead and give my quote before I get into just really quick a little bit about knowledge. I don't want to go into too deep about it. But my quote is, human behavior flows from 3 main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. And that's by Plato. And I know I've talked about desire, the desire for success. Desire success so much that it becomes an obsession. And then emotion, I've talked a lot about how it relates to your thoughts and how your thoughts influence your emotions and your emotions influence your behavior. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about knowledge. And, the general definition of knowledge is pretty much you understand something, or you have information about a subject. So you have an understanding of the subject, or you have a general information of a subject. So you have, like, to me, an understanding would be like specific knowledge. And then having information about something would be like a general knowledge. So you don't really know specific details, but you have a general idea. So that's the way I interpret knowledge, is that there's 2 forms of it. You have specialized and then general. So that's pretty much what I read about in the chapter on knowledge from Napoleon Hill and his Think and Grow Rich. And that's pretty much what he says, that there is 2 types of knowledge. There's your general knowledge that you pretty much get throughout your education, public education, and then specific knowledge you gain, like when you go and get your degree and you specialize in a field. Like mine was elementary education, so I had my bachelor's degree and my master's degree in education, so that was more of a specialized knowledge because it was specific to that area in which I worked in. But I also liked in here how it says that knowledge will not attract money unless it's organized and intelligently directed through practical plans of action to the definite end of accumulation of money. So it says basically that knowledge is not going to benefit you unless it's specific. But I liked an example that it gave in here, and it was about Henry Ford. And a newspaper apparently had called him pretty much like he was ignorant, like he was not knowledgeable at all. And so he sued the newspaper company kind of made for slander. You know, they were pretty much making false claims. He was saying he was not ignorant. He was highly intelligent. And so they actually decide to put him on the stand in the trial. And it goes on, and there's this attorney asking him questions about who was Benedict Arnold and how many soldiers did the British send over to America to put down the rebellion of 1776. And he doesn't have the answers for him. And he doesn't really care to know the answers for them. And this line of questioning continues on, and he finally gets fed up, and he leans over and he points to the attorney with his finger, and he tells him, if I should really want to answer the foolish question you have just asked, or any of the other questions you have been asking me, let me remind you that I have a row of electric push buttons on my desk, and by pushing the right button, I can summon to my aid people who can answer any question I desire to ask concerning the business to which I am devoting most of my efforts. So I thought it was pretty cool, because basically, you know, he is saying that why does he need to waste his time knowing answers to these questions when he can easily ask someone else who has the answers? Or like in our case, why do we spend time, why would we need to learn useless information if we can just go onto the internet and get the answer right away? So he's not saying that by knowing the answers to simple questions like that you are intelligent or you're highly intelligent. He's saying the intelligent person or the highly intelligent person knows how to find the answer. They may not have all the answers, but they know how to find the answer, or they surround themselves with individuals who have the answers. So you don't have to have all the answers, but you need to surround yourself with those who do have them, or be able to locate the answer. And that's what true intelligence is being able to find the answer if you don't know the answer. That's pretty much what I got out of it. And I thought it was, you know, very relevant, because you don't have to have all the answers. And then, like it says, you know, that he kind of, I mean, like in the end, he says, why should I clutter up my mind with general knowledge for the purpose of being able to answer questions when I have people around me who can supply any knowledge I require? So, like he's saying that general knowledge is great, but you shouldn't have to stress about it. You can always find an answer. And then he's more focused on having that specialized or that specific knowledge, which I talked about earlier. But, you know, that's just a little tidbit that I wanted to talk about. And I'll get more into it tomorrow. It's been a long day, but I wanted to just go ahead and come on and make sure I get this post in and kind of ramble a little bit about knowledge. But I'm kind of tired now. So remember, be great. You can do it. You're a champion. I believe in you. You matter. And delete regrets, hit reset, and unleash your new mindset. I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a good night.